Welcome back to the channel, and you're joining us back in the workshop today. We've got an FK2 in for a full bolt-on package. Let's go and take a look at the parts. So this customer has been saving up some parts over the last few months. He's been purchasing through our website, buying bit by bit, to the point where he's booked in now with us for fitting and then mapping on Monday. To get into the job, we're going to be starting with the brakes. We've got a set of the Xtreme discs with yellow stuff pads. We're joining those together with some of the Xtreme braided brake lines, and that's going to give a little bit of a brake refresh, and the pedal feel is going to be increased from those brake lines. Still at the rear, we've got a Hardrace rear anti-roll bar or brace. That goes onto the bottom links of the suspension, so it just aids a little bit of stiffness across the rear end there. Moving on to the interior, the customer's got his own carbon monoride carbon steering wheel, but we're going to be putting that together with Acuity Poco gear knob, Xtreme Gatti. Then moving across onto gearbox. So we're doing away with the dual mass flywheel and going over to a single mass flywheel on this one using the Xtreme clutch kit. This is going to be the organic clutch, so it's quite a user-friendly road clutch where it will transfer over from giving a good pedal feel and the performance of an increased clamping, yet it's still usable on the road. So for an upgrade over that dual mass, it does away with a bit of rev hang and a really good upgrade. Comes at a bit of a cost, but really worthwhile. Moving down, slightly moving into power now, and we've got a Cobra sports cat that's going to be fitted on data for the tuning on Monday. Then a little bit more power modifications, so we've got an Eventuri full intake. Now that's the carbon airbox itself as well as the turbo tube. Part of this job as well, Eventuri supply us with the T-valve delete pipework for that as well. So that will be going in at the same time, along with the Airtec big boost pipe kit and little hoses, all the little bits that we can put together in one go. And together this should be a really good improvement for the customer. It makes our job really exciting because we really enjoy sort of doing all this work for you guys, but when we do it in one big package, it just makes that job that little bit more fun for us. So just to touch back on the gearbox work there, a couple of bits I missed though. Hybrid racing detent springs, just going to help with centralisation of the gear stick, base bushings and cable bushings from Acuity. Again, that kind of goes together with the gearbox package that we're going to be putting onto the car. Whilst we're at the intercooler fitting, we're going to have the bumper off, and I've got another little surprise install, so stick around and wait for that part. So we're up against it on time with this one, so we won't be pre-dynoing, but stick around and we will be there back on the dyno on Monday, and we'll see what we can achieve overall power-wise. So the bumper off, it gives us a nice opportunity to have a look around the headlights. Now the reason I want to look at the headlight is what I mentioned earlier. We've got a small gift for the customer while it's here. We're going to put in some silver indicator bulbs. Now these bulbs are just going to help clean up the look of the car. Nice crisp, clean, fresh look across the front. Now these bulbs are the same on the back of the FK8 as they are on the FK2, but I'll pull the headlight out now and hopefully you guys will see what I mean. So as you can see here, just another reason why it's a good opportunity just to get to this indicator bulb while we've got the bumper off. There's no room to actually get your hand, even if you've got the arch liner down there, to get your hand in the back there to get to this bulb. So you can see straight away there, this has cleaned the look up. We'll see in full effect, obviously, when the bumper's on and the car's off the ramp. This is exactly the same as what's on the back of the FK8. The FK8, obviously, we don't have to take the bumper off. It's just 2 bolts to take the rear light out, and very same sort of process. It'll clean up the look of the car. So we just finished up on the dyno and the car's made a respectable 400 horsepower. I was working with Romain and we were remote tuning, so Romain was actually travelling back from France at the time. I was sending him logs and in return he was sending me files backwards and forwards. Incremental gains we've seen as we've been working on this file and developing the car. We've actually got up to 400 horsepower now, so that seems to be a magic number that the customer's after. It's enough where we're comfortable with the car and we know that we're not going to be stressing everything too much. It's going to be reliable and the customer's going to be able to use this car time and time again, exploiting that new power that he's found and making the most of it, whether it be on road or on track. Similar to the dyno session that we just carried out, we're going to be bringing another video to you, and this is in conjunction with JSR race engines from America. With our remote tuning sessions, it doesn't matter whether the customer's in America, Canada or the UAE, it really doesn't matter. As long as we've got a dyno, an operator present and a good Wi-Fi connection, we can then log in, carry out the calibration and then produce the results hopefully. Make sure you're subscribed because this one you're not going to want to miss. The car is really high spec and put together with the Civex, we really hope to be bringing some great results out here. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like, share and subscribe buttons and we'll look forward to bringing you the next one. So we've tuned plenty of FK2s and FK8s to 400 horsepower now, but we really want to know, what would you prefer to be driving, FK2 or FK8? Let us know in the comments below.